Hello, my creative birds. This is Tiffany, and I am here with my April journal flip through. So this is the journal cover. This is I made this journal. The back cover is it's just a plain black back cover. I didn't do anything fancy with it. It obviously got very thick, as you can see. Very thick, and I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm doing this in the morning, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be you're going to hear vehicles probably driving by. So this is the front cover. I made it out of like a cardboard piece. I put a vintage sheet on it, and I sewed the vintage sheet, and then this was part of a ribbon that I just, it was like a long line of these ribbons, and I cut it off. I cut the cloud out of fabric, and more ribbons I added on a washi, and I painted it. So that's the front cover. And then the inside cover, I just took a piece of craft paper and covered where I had folded over the front cover. Now I'm making a new covers, and I'm doing it completely different than with the cardboard. So I'm gonna see how that turns out. So then I just added a little journaling tag that I need to go in and fill that out. So this journal, I added some fun pages to it that I didn't journal on. I just, like this front cover, I really liked this page, and I didn't want to cover it up, so I just left it. So I have a few pages in here and a few pattern papers that I just left in there. This was the first page. I had a little pocket here that I pulled out for journaling. It's sprinkling outside. I hear the sprinkling. It's very cloudy, so I'm sorry if it's not. The lighting isn't very good. Now that my beautiful tree, I love my tree, it grew its leaves back now in the spring and summer, so my my lighting isn't very perfect. And then today it's very cloudy and foggy out, so that adds to it. So this was all one page. I had the little tiny flip envelope, and then here's my Rainbow Bright page, and I made a little pocket out of this printout I had of Rainbow Bright. I sewed it to a piece of cardstock, and I just kind of cut it around and then put the cardstock on there. And then, so I just decorated that, and then I had some journaling cards that I just tuck in behind Rainbow there. And then this was my zipper pouch page, which I do promise to do a tutorial on. I promise I'll get to it. It was my little zipper pouch for my journaling card that I made. A little zipper pouch out of paper. I was doing laundry one day, and I don't know, it just hit me. I was like, oh, wouldn't that be fun to add a zipper to a page? So then I started trying to figure out how to add a zipper to my page, and that's how that came about. If you watch all my other previous videos and you follow me, you know that my sewing machine doesn't work properly. It likes to go backwards at its own speed. It doesn't stitch straight. It kind of does one of these things. It's hard to, and so I kind of haven't been making more of my journals. I need to make my May journal, and I haven't gotten to finish it yet because I need to, because of my sewing machine, really. And I want to make some journals and make some stuff to put in my shop, but I need my sewing machine to work, and so I think I'm going to need to get a new one, and I have to get a new laptop. And well, I didn't win the lottery this week, so unfortunately I'm still working on that whole money thing. And also, we just put a big garden in our backyard, which has taken up a lot of my time, and I love it. My husband did an amazing job. I've actually so far have been video and recording the process of all that we've done so far in the backyard. So I don't know if you're interested or not. I will be doing editing some of those videos, and I am going to be posting that. So just for our memories and to share, because I know some of you have enjoying watching the process of our garden. So that's taken a lot of time and money, but my husband did an amazing job building the garden for me, and yesterday I was able to plant plants in it. So hopefully it's coming down to the end of really the craziness of building it. So this was my Find Your Happiness page. And then this one is Make Your Life a Good Story. You know, we all have stories in life, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad, but try to make what you can out of it, and try to make it a good story. This one was on my pen pal page. So this was the stuff that I got for my pen pals in March, for my March pen pal. And I'll probably do the same thing again in my May, but this was a little card of one of my my pen pals, and then from my from the cloud swap, and also just fun pen pals that I had. Other pen pals send me things, and then here's more cards and postcards that I just put in a little paper pocket. This is actually one of those paper paper party bag that I just put on here as a pocket, and this was just a way to save my pen pal little notes and letters and have it there and not in a box somewhere. And then this was just a fun little page that I just went through my stuff, and I wanted to use the little birdie and a little Fred Astaire, and I put a little journaling. And this once again was another of those little paper bags. For some reason I'm having a hard time putting this back in now. Another paper bag. It's one of those tiny ones, kind of like this, that I just put on the page and added some funness to it. You have to excuse me, my allergies have been, and I even take allergy medicine. That's kind of, I don't know if it's all the yard work or what. So this one, I added another little pocket here, and if I can unpocket it, oh here, there it is. That's why I can't unpocket it. So this was another journaling card I tucked away in a pocket. So I know, you know, doing journals is to write, to journal in, but I also really like to decorate and play with all my paper stuff. So my pages tend to get filled up with all the goodies that go along with it. So that's why I always try to think of new ways of pockets and hidden journals and hidden things like that to add my journaling to the pages, so it still stays a journal. This one was a fun one that I really liked. I liked the colors of it. I just liked the feel of it. It was just a fun page to make. It was also kind of a quote, not quote, but a prompt for what makes you feel happy. So I kind of wrote, making this page made me feel happy. But so that's what that page was all about. And then my Mary Poppins page, I had found a fun, sorry, car driving by. I found an old Mary Poppins golden books from the 60s, I think it was. And so I had the Mary Poppins cut out, and then I made another little pocket here that I used my little tags for journaling, and I marked the number of how I wrote my journaling on each tag. So I kind of went with the little garden tea, Mary Poppins kind of feel. And these was actually from another it was a French children's book about colors. So that was another old page I found, or old book. It was a book about colors. Let me see if I can find that. Hang on one second. Sorry. So this was the book, the children's, French children's book that I used. And I don't know French, so I can't. I know it's 68. So it's from 1968. But I just thought that was so fun and cool, and it was French. So, and then this was the Mary Poppins golden book that I found. Oh, Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin originally. I'm 64, yeah. 1964. So I had used images from those books on this page. And then I just had some blank pages here where I journaled in. I just kind of left those as journal pages. And I liked the rose, so I left that. Didn't really decorate that. And then, so this was a fun, I liked this one. Was very springy and very happy. This was part of a brown paper lunch bag, and it folds from all the folding of a lunch bag, and I just kind of kept it and used it as a little hidden journal area. And then this one was made on Good Friday. I don't normally journal on the weekends because we were making gardens, but also my son plays lacrosse, so it's usually multiple games. And I don't really journal on the weekends because my husband, we just do other things. But this was about Easter and Good Friday. And this one was, I missed Earth Day, but I did this the day before because of my A to Z, my Stuck on the Cloud A to Z was on Mondays, and I always do those on Mondays, and Earth Day happened to be on Monday. So I did this the day after Earth Day. but I feel Earth Day should be every day, so it was more about that. And I kind of got the gardening feel because, you know, I'm making a garden, and garden's kind of been on my mind lately. So that's this page, and then I had a old vintage seed packet that I just taped down, and then I used it as a journaling pocket, and then I put like 12 things that I could do every day that could help give love back to our lovely planet Earth. And yeah, this was fun. These little images were from an old book. I like to do things, and this page was actually from a gardening book that I printed out, and I just folded it in half and used, this was a blank side because it was a printout of the paper, and I just used this, covered it up, decorated the white side of it, and then I just left how to grow things. And then I painted my rainbow, and always spread love, smiles, and sunshine. This was just a fun 2 pieces of fabric that I had adhered together, and a little ribbon to it. And this was just an old song, music, a song of spring. I thought that was nice for my April album or journal. And this is where it was starting to get kind of tricky to keep the pages in this book, so it got pretty chunky. And this was another old book page. I didn't want to cover it up because it was just I like old book pages, and I like old books, and sometimes I don't want to cover it up. So, but I do have to kind of be gentle with it in the hair when I flip through the back here, so they don't. And so this was just more journaling on a blank page. And I left this because I like pattern paper sometimes, and yeah, it gets covered up sometimes, so I like to leave them. And this was just a fun page that I just made. Put 2 journaling things together, and use that as a journaling section. And then more empty pages of just fun, different. This was from an old, and it's coming apart because of it tears very easy. It was a very, I don't know the year of it, but it's very, very old, and I would try to see if I can show you the coloring. Actually, give me 2 seconds. This was an old coloring book. It's very old. I mean, the pages almost just kind of fall apart. But I found this at an antique shop. And so there was the butterfly that I wanted in it. And so yeah, that's what that was. And I need to, if I use those again, I'm going to have to tape. But this was just I added some little pocket with tags in there for journaling. And then this one is probably one of my favorite pages in the whole book. I love the colors. I use some fabric washes. This is burlap. It's a burlap sheet that I had it for a long time and came like in a pack, and I never really used it, and I thought I'm going to add it to my journals, and it worked really great. I used like a wood paneling paper that made it look kind of go with the burlap, and you know, do a little pocket for the journaling file, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do like all the fancy stuff on the burlap, because, you know, it's burlap. So that's why I kind of kept this side simple, decorated, the little pocket. But this is definitely one of my favorite pages I made in this journal. And then this was a back side. I just kind of added the little violets pop up everywhere, and I come to find out that I didn't realize, because I was doing my second lot A to Z, and I did the L for like places where I lived, and I did the state flowers. And I was born in Illinois, but lived in Wisconsin too as a childhood, and they were both violets. Both of them, both states, that their state flowers were violets, and these grow like randomly all through my grass here, here in Pennsylvania. So yeah, got the little pansy violet things that grow everywhere. So I just kind of added that on this back side of the, and this was a fun page I didn't want to cover up either, with all the little chickens and the peacocks and stuff like that. And then this was just a page. I had a little envelope. I put a little envelope in when I made it. So this, I had my journaling into this. And when I get to this part of the books where it starts to be like this, it's really hard to journal and stuff, because it sticks up and everything slides off. So making my next one, I need to figure it out. And this was a page of one of my art journal books. I have like painting and art, mixed media art journal books, and I just took an unfinished background page and added it to here. And this was just onion skin page, another book page. More journaling, and more journaling. This is from my old book about all the old movies, and this was some of my I got in my cloud swap. My partner sent me these little decorated things. It was very April-y and springy, so I added it in here in my page. And another pattern in the doily. And I could have probably decorated this page, which I'll probably come back and journal in this one. I just got to the point where I couldn't decorate anymore. And then a little song, and I wasn't going to decorate this one either, because I like the little music sheets. And that's the last page. So that is my April through. This was actually my first journal I made with my clunch binder. So I've learned some things not to do, and I've learned some things that have been helpful. I will be making my new my May journal, and I will be filming it, and I will be sharing that. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that, and I just haven't had a chance, even though it's like May 3rd already. I did do a page that will go in it, but I've just been so busy with our garden that in my house, real life here is not looking pretty at all. And yesterday I had no food in the house, and with 3 older boys, you need food in the house. they will tell you all the time, there's no food at this house. So I haven't had a chance to get around and make that yet. So hopefully, today's Friday, so I'm hoping that either today or this weekend I will come in and I will video my whole process of making my journals, because I know I get asked a lot about that. So that will be happening, and I will have that posted soon. So I hope you enjoyed my April flip through. Give it a like, of course, if you liked it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw. I do... Bless. Ooh, excuse me. I might have to cut that part out. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for watching the whole video through. I hope you enjoyed my my April flip through. And please hit that subscribe button and help me get towards 1,000 so I can actually start leaving links in my descriptions. That would be great. And like always, spread love, smiles, and sunshine. Thank you.